Hello everyone. In today's video I will be showing reasons why silent people are successful. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. 1. Making your goals known to the world decreases your chances of success. Yes, this frequently occurs when goals are publicly announced, and there is a good likelihood that you won't be able to achieve them. In fact, Derek Silvers provided data from studies dating back to the 1920s in a TED Talk with over 3 million visitors to demonstrate how and why people who discuss their goals and objectives are less likely to attain them. Setting goals and making some progress toward achieving them makes you feel good and satisfying. The reward must be time-released for these feelings to remain motivating until our aims are accomplished. We cannot allow our brain to operate constantly as a logical, mathematical reality machine because that would be too expensive. When we fool our brain into believing that a goal has been reached, it stops putting effort into further implementation steps. We receive our dopamine reward all at once when we express our goal intentions to others and they concur that these possible improvements are fantastic. In a previous piece, I discussed how dopamine supports the most refractory sort of motivation, desire. The greater the dopamine rush we experience when people applaud our aims, the less likely we are to take the subsequent steps required to carry them out. As a result, we run out of feel-good gas and are prevented from arriving at our goal, our ultimate destination. Additionally, declaring our success offers us a premature sense of fulfillment. 1. It tells the brain to continue. The precise brain circuits involved in continuing pursuing this objective may be inhibited if the brain determines that you have achieved your aim. 2. Food that someone else prepares tastes much better than food that you prepare yourself. According to a recent study, cooking a meal forces you to stand around for a long time, and it tastes less appealing right before you eat it. Consequently, even though you use the same recipes, the food prepared by someone else tastes much better than the food you prepare. This results in a decrease in your level of satisfaction. This explains how someone can enjoy eating out even when they are a fantastic home cook. A genuine treat is having someone else perform the labor and joy of making a meal without a doubt seasons the sauce. Similar to this, occasionally when I cook, I'm not quite finished with my food by the time I sit down to eat it. When I actually eat it, I don't experience that clean, first bite delight due to tasting it for seasonings and doneness as well as breathing in all the cooking scents. In terms of flavor or texture, there are no surprises. It's more of a confirmation than a discovery, even though I can be delighted that it tastes nice or even amazing. This justification holds true for elaborate cooked dishes, but may not apply to a straightforward sandwich. 3. It's in our nature to repay favors. Well, the principle of reciprocity cannot be credited to excellent manners. Our brain instructs us to assist someone by running this program. Even if you didn't ask for the present in the first place, research has shown that it induces a sense of obligation to pay it back. Giving you something without expecting anything in return can result in someone creating an obligation. For instance, salespeople frequently provide potential customers with gifts and trinkets. Despite assertions to the contrary, receiving such presents does put the recipient under obligation and might influence future purchases. Because you don't want to accept any responsibility, some beggars have discovered that if they approach your stopped car and wipe your windscreen, you will be more inclined to give them some cash. This suggests that you may be readily influenced by someone else without having much control over the relationship due to reciprocity. Good salespeople are taught to present presents to prospective clients, and portray any concessions made during negotiations as a favor being done just for the client. The likelihood that you will sense a psychological compulsion to purchase the suit you had been pondering hazily until that point improves significantly when someone provides you a tie for free, without any overt obligation to buy. The idea that you owe someone a favor is what drives the development of a responsibility to repay. There wouldn't be a true favor and no sense of duty to return the favor. 4. People are not multitaskers. You could feel like a multitasking pro some days as you sip your morning coffee, check your email, and join a conference call. But did you realize that multitasking isn't actually feasible for most individuals in most circumstances? According to neuropsychologist Cynthia Kubu, PhD, we are really wired to be monotaskers, which means that our brains can only concentrate on one task at a time. Most of the time, when we think we are multitasking, we actually aren't doing two things at once. But instead, we're task switching, or performing one action after another quickly. Only 2.5% of persons, according to one survey, are proficient multitaskers. For the rest of us, our attempts to multitask aren't really multitasking. Multitasking can reduce your effectiveness. According to studies, switching between tasks frequently makes us less productive and increases our risk of making mistakes, especially when the jobs are complicated and call for our active attention. When we're engaged in simple, routine chores, such as walking while listening to music or folding laundry while watching TV, this might not be as obvious or significant. However, attempting to multitask when the stakes are higher and the activities are more difficult can have a detrimental impact on our life or even be dangerous. 5. Your relationships matter to your health just as much as your diet and exercise do. We frequently take for granted how much our interpersonal interactions impact us and how they have the power to improve or negatively impact our lives. Relationships provide people with the opportunity to love and be loved, making them one of life's most beautiful gifts. It can be challenging to maintain our ties in a society when individuals are more linked than ever. However, social media and other forms of technology have made it simpler for people to communicate with others. A study found that people who have a positive relationship with their partner live longer. These connections might be platonic or romantic. Both kinds of relationships and the kinds of stress people experience throughout their lives are correlated. Those who live longer and have a strong sense of community. They experience a sense of belonging to a supporting network, which increases their resistance to stress and other unfavorable occurrences in life. Relationships are essential to happiness and leading fulfilling lives. This is due to the wide range of benefits they offer. Relationships give us access to friends and family who we can share our lives with, as well as individuals who can support us when we need it. They frequently make us laugh a lot, which fills us with joy. Relationships have existed for a very long time. It is therefore not surprising that they have served as the foundation for many other things throughout history, including family, community, and long-term objectives. So thanks for watching. And if you are new, please make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications just so every time I upload you won't miss anything.